Alright, today I have a 8x8 layout, and first I'm sprinkling some gold Mr. Huey's on there. And I'm sorry I've been away for a while, I just haven't had inspiration to scrapbook or even motivation just to scrapbook, and then I had done a video and it got all messed up. So anyways, what I'm doing now here is looking through my scrapbox for some scrap pieces to add to this 8x8 layout. And I basically just throw all my extra scraps into one of those Studio Calico boxes that you get when you had your kits delivered to you. So I'm just looking through, pulling out papers I think that might work, kind of just looking to see. I didn't really have a color scheme that I was going to go by. I knew I wanted to use some yellow, and those hearts had like a little black and gray and black and cream, so I was looking for kind of those colors. And you kind of saw me matching there up those flowers, so I decided to add some blue to this layout too. And so that's what I'm kind of doing, is using those flowers inside that paper there to kind of match up colors, blues or whatever that would match. So I found a little circle piece that I'm going to use, and just quickly going through and trying to find some more papers. And I don't end up using all the papers, but I use some of them. So just putting it back, and there you go. Alright, so now the paper's dry and I'm going to start using my scraps. So I'm going to use a little bit of this gold glitter paper. And these are 2 photo strips from a wedding for a friend, at a friend's wedding. And I'm just kind of laying out how I want my papers to be. There's really I had no set idea of what I wanted to do with this layout or anything. So I'm just kind of randomly just doing whatever feels good or feels right. So now I'm going to trim out this camera from this paper and just fussy cutting around it. But not. So, and like I said, I had another video for you guys, but then I don't know what happened. Something happened on my computer. It would not upload, and then when I closed out of the program, it just disappeared. So I said, forget it, I'll just start another one. And I may come back and fix the other one. Will take a little bit longer than this one. This was an easy layout to do. It didn't take long to do. I think it took 30 minutes to complete this layout. So there's not much editing that I'm going to be doing to the video here. So that's kind of how I figured I'm going to lay out everything. And I looked through my trims and I found this little pom-pom trim, yellow, that I was decided to use there. So I'm going to glue things down, or actually I remembered I wanted to ink the edges to give some definition between the different layers, and I'm using black soot. And I'm just trying to figure out where I wanted to lay the paper, how it's going to go on there. So there we go, just inking the little edges, and glue down the gold glitter paper. And I chose the yellow background because there's a lot of yellow in these pictures against the black, and there was some gold in the things too. So here I'm just doing these. Like I said, you saw these were scraps, so I really didn't do any trimming to these papers. That's why I think this layout was really super easy. It was just scraps that were sitting in my scrap box. So adjusting to put this circle behind there. And so that's pretty much the basics of this layout. So now I'm just going to add some more glue there to glue down that the yellow pom-poms, trim off the edge. Thought about maybe using extras, but I don't. Gonna ink the edges and glue down the things, and I put some foam adhesive behind them. And so now I thought about maybe using these paper clips, bobby pin things that you can put decoration on the end, but it really just didn't work. They were too bulky. So I decided against that. And now, I had these prima flowers that were sitting in my closet that I said, maybe I'll add. And so then I was looking through my buttons and I found a yellow button that would work perfectly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my antique linen distress ink, and I'm just going to kind of ink up the flower, since it was little whiter than I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a little bit more creamier. So I'm just using a foam pad just to kind of ink up the edges, to ink it up, and then just did it a little darker around the edges with the straight from the pad to kind of give it a blended effect. So now I'm just gonna, I was looking at some twine, maybe adding some twine, but I didn't see anything that worked. So now I'm just gonna add the glue to the button to glue inside the flower, and some more on the back. And then I'm going to, I had these gold sequins that came in my Studio Calico kit, I think a couple months ago. They've just been sitting on my desk. So I decided to add those into, just putting a little bit of glue down, glue them down. I'm just using the Scott Quick Dry glue. I'm just grabbing actually whatever glue was sitting right there in front of my face, liquid glue. So now, and then I'm going to pull out some of these gold Studio Calico, not Studio Calico, I'm sorry, gold thickers. And the other layout that I was working on, I used a lot of these gold things too, and so that's why a lot of this stuff was already sitting out, because I did this layout after another layout that I had been working on, like I said, video editing, and it got all messed up. So anyways, so I'm just going to call this layout called Photo Booth Fun, and I'm using some wax paper just to see if the title will fit with these thickers. And it does, and so now I'm just going to transfer them over onto the layout and add my little journaling at the end. And I believe that will be all. So have a good day, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll get the other layout up soon. Bye!